Hey, everybody.
Good morning.
Blaine Austin here with Jane Klaus here at the Road to California Quilt Show.
I'm so excited to be here in California. Blaine, this event, I got a little chance this morning to walk around the floor. There's so many people. This community is so amazing. And we're so happy that you're here because you can't be here today with us. We're going to take you on a tour around this area that we're in.
And first of all, I got to apologize to all the viewers out there because our Wi-Fi connection is really bad in here. And so I know it's probably going to be blurry, a little laggy. Hopefully you can see a little bit. Hopefully you can hear us okay. And but anyway, put in the chat right now if you can, everything you can hear us fine. And again, I want to apologize for the blurry and grainy picture. There's nothing we can do about it. We've tried everything we can think of. So we thought, well, do we do the show, Jane? Because it's not our usual show. It's good quality.
Yeah.
Or we just, deal with it and at least give them a little bit of a look.
The show must go on. I said, Blaine, let's put the show on the road to California. That's exactly what we're doing. So I will say this, last night was very nice. Blaine, we had like a tower of people outside. We were standing at each other's shoulders, holding our little internet thing. And we decided that was probably not the way to do the carnival circus of getting a better Wi-Fi. So this is what we got.
So yeah, it is what it is, doesn't it? Well, hey, if you didn't get to join in yesterday afternoon, we were here. We went by a few booths. Now today, Jane is going to walk around. We're going to go and talk to a few people again today. However, Jane's going to walk the entire, all 7 booths and just kind of walk by them and show you kind of what there is and just, point the camera and walk and probably not talk to anybody, but at least give them the tour of our little SMP nation here. And that way will give you a good idea. And then Friday, we'll go back and talk to some of those people in those booths. But today we got a few booths we're going to go talk to, and we're going to start out at our King Quilter booth here.
I mean, there are so celebrities here. Belle Bruner from Seam Sew Me. We've got Becky Thompson from Power Tools with Thread.
Yep.
Aubrey Hartman, we're going to talk to her. So many people I'm looking forward to talk to. And the thing is, we try to keep the show to an hour, 60 minutes, probably run a little bit over because there's so many people to talk to and there's so many demos and things we want to show you.
That's right. It's if you were here live at the show, you couldn't walk in the show probably in one day. It'd take you, especially if you stop and shop a little bit, it takes multiple days to see the show. But we're going to at least give you the SMP Nation tour. And you'll get to see all what we're doing here. It'll be pretty fun.
And the cool thing is, Blaine is always working the deals for you. So since you can't be here, we're going to show you some of the items that are here and the machines that are here. And then Blaine's going to tell you how you can get this show pricing.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that, just because you couldn't be at the show, that you couldn't enjoy all the great pricing that we have, show specials here. And again, I'll kind of reiterate what I did yesterday. Most of the items, as you all know, that we sell have what they call MAP pricing, which is minimum advertised price. And what that means is the manufacturers won't let us advertise a price lower than a certain amount. And so we can't, a lot of the products here are MAP price, so we can't show you the pricing that we're selling it here at the show. If you're here at the show, you can see the prices and we can show them. But we just can't do it like in the newspaper, on the airways. But everything we have, we're going to show you today. We're going to talk a little bit about it. We're going to tell you to call in. You call our 800 number and say, look, I want to know what the Road to California special is today. They're going to be able to tell you. That way, if you want to get some of these savings, you can get them. And I'm telling you, we have one product here, brand new product. We're going to show it today that it's going to blow your mind.
Wait, do I even know about this?
Yes. In a booth next to us right here.
Oh.
Right. You know what I'm talking about?
It's going to blow your mind.
Yeah, it really is. It's so awesome. You're going to love this. And we got people walking by waving at us. So we are, it really is. It's going to be awesome. And the price on it here at the show, it'll never be this cheap again because actually there was a mistake made on the pricing, and it was already in our flyers. And so the manufacturer approved me to sell it at this. They said, this is the only time you can sell it at this price. And I said, okay. because really it's hurting. They had to discount our cost so we could do it,
Wow.
and it was a mistake from the get-go. So
That's a good point.
you can capitalize on a mistake today when we show you this product.
So, Blaine, is this the one that before the show started, I like leaned over the top of it and I go, I don't care who you are or what you do, everybody needs one of these.
Yes, that's
You need it.
It's
I'm like, I need this. I don't know what I would do with it.
yeah,
I want it. Everyone should have one. I don't care who you are, where you live, you need it. Find some space.
yeah. So, and also, all the SMP Nation, I need y'all's help right now to put a little pressure on my wife.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to get her to drive to Ontario to come and see us. And Jane's wanting to meet her. She's never met her in person. She's like, make sure Michelle gets there. So Michelle,
Come on, Michelle.
SMP Nation, y'all tell Michelle she needs to come to Road to California to see me and see Jane and see what we're doing here, right? So y'all help me out there. Put a big shout out to Michelle to put pressure on her.
And I'm going to give a plea to Michelle right now. Michelle, please come to Ontario, California. You are already in California. Just take the road. Come on over 90 minutes. Come see me.
All roads
Let's say hello.
lead to SMP Nation
That's
here.
right. All roads lead to SMP Nation. And it's so fun to see everybody in person in 3D.
It sure is. I tell you. So I need y'all's help for that. So we've got some great things to show you today. We're going to give some stuff away again. So make sure if you want to win something, you can just make comments, ask questions. Hey, and if you haven't already went out there and subscribed to our YouTube channel, go subscribe to it right now. So you'll be in the know of all the things that we're doing. And then if you haven't liked our Facebook page, go like our Facebook page. Just all those things you do helps us. And it enables us to keep giving things away.
And we like the giveaways. You gave a lot of things away yesterday.
We did.
You really did. You surprised me.
Yeah.
So if you want to win, make sure you chat. Hey, Blaine, I'm going to go get set up.
Okay.
Because you still have to talk to everybody.
I sure do. I got to tell them a little bit about some of the products we're going to show today.
Yeah.
And we're going to have, I think, Andrew and Kyle's put together some overlays for us. And we'll talk a little bit about that. And if y'all have any questions, just put them in and Andrew can put them up on the screen. I've got a monitor here I can look at and see some of the chats. And I don't know if Andrew even did a shout out for today, but Andrew, if you got shout outs,
Oh, yeah.
you can just put them up on the screen. Anybody that and tell us where you're from, where you are watching from today, and we'll put it up on the screen.
And maybe what temperature it is where you're at. Because it's 80 degrees where I'm at, by the way.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, we have a fire broken out here.
Oh.
And we, this morning, it's been extremely windy here.
Really windy.
And right beside the airport, they have a fire that started this morning. And,
right by the airport.
And it's like, it's probably 2 miles away. And they got helicopters trying to put it out. It's kind of crazy.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't see it.
Well,
Or smelled
the
it.
wind's blowing away from us today, so we're not going to get any smoke. But it's pretty close by. So, but I don't think it's affecting the roadshow. Everybody's here walking around. Fine.
This room is filling up with lots of great people smiling and waving at us and looking for all the good deals.
So we do have somebody coming up that says
Snowed in Florida.
Snowed in Florida. I know. Did y'all see all that craziness? Michelle sent me a picture of Pensacola Beach, and it has snow all the way to the water.
I saw that on the sand.
Yes.
That's so crazy.
Is that not crazy?
It's so crazy.
She sent me, Michelle sent me pictures from Baton Rouge, and they had 6 inches of snow.
I know. My nephew is in Savannah, Georgia. There's covered with snow on the boardwalk.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's really crazy.
So.
But I'm glad that I am not in snow because I love Chicago cold.
Who's that? Philip Vineyard?
Yeah, Philip.
And he's from Maryville, Tennessee. So
Philip.
Glad you're here.
Arlene. Oh my gosh, 3 degrees in Wisconsin.
Oh my gosh.
Stay inside, Arlene.
That is terrible. 3 degrees.
Have you ever been in 3 degrees, Blaine?
I have.
One for one.
And you can ask my wife, Michelle.
Okay.
I absolutely hate cold weather. I'm sorry for you winter people up there that love it. I hate cold weather. It absolutely hurts my body. And I've been, and you always tell this story. I think I've told you all this story before, but Michelle and I, one time, we're in San Antonio, Texas, December, and it was 70 degrees. I'm in shorts, a t-shirt, and a hat, and we go to dinner down on the river. And we get in there at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it was nice out, everything. We come out, and it had dropped 20 degrees.
Oh,
But by the time we went to meet our shuttle pickup, where the shuttle was picking up, it had dropped below 30 degrees. I mean, like in the 30s.
what happened?
This huge, massive cold front just came in. And
You're
it,
still in your shorts and flip flops.
yeah, and it was the record in San Antonio for the biggest drop in temperature in the shortest period of time. And Michelle was like freezing to death too. She was in a little warm up jacket, but I was really cold.
You don't like it. Blaine doesn't like the
I
cold.
do not like the cold.
Don't expect him to come visit you if you live in the Northwest or Northeast
Unless
or wherever.
maybe in the summertime. I might visit you in July.
I was thinking more Midwest summer. Yeah, Blaine, I'm sorry that you don't like the cold. You just bundle up. You get used to it.
I know everybody says that, but I just can't do it.
I don't really like the cold either. That's why you plan a vacation. Find someplace sunny with a pool.
I like it 95.
I like it 95 too. By the way, it's like 30 degrees in Phoenix where my brother is at.
So anyway, I hope that all y'all are having, your weather's passed. I know there was some crazy weather out there. Hopefully it'll warm up and melt some of that snow and you can get out and about. But we're going to warm you up today with some great specials. We're going to warm you up with some great eye candy for everybody.
That's right.
Because we got some really cool stuff to look at. And I cannot wait till Jane gets over there and shows you this one machine that it is a premiere. I don't think anybody in America has seen this yet.
Really?
Till this show.
You mean the one that's right here?
The one that's right there.
The one that I was draped over earlier.
Yes.
Can I take this home?
I really believe that, I know they have sold a few already in the United States, but I don't really think
You're making.
any of our audience, I know, probably has never seen it. And it is pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy. It's pretty cool.
And especially,
I didn't know all of these behind the scenes details. Like no one's ever seen this.
yes, it's pretty awesome. I can't wait for you to show it. And
Okay.
so, all right.
Hang in there to the end of the show because we got a lot to show you.
Yeah, so we're gonna get Jane out on the out on the beaten path and get her out of here.
I'm going to King Quilter.
We're going to King Quilter, which is right behind me.
I know, but you're going to show a thing so I can get up.
All right, Andrew, go ahead and put the King Quilter overlays over there, and we'll talk a little bit about those. There we go. So as Jane's going to run out and start trying to get a few things. So I got to tell you a little bit about our sit-down King Quilters. You see it right on the screen right now. Now, this was a new product for us back about, I think 3 years ago. We come out with this. It's an 18-inch. It has what we call the Quilt Vision table for it. Now, what that means is on each side of the needle bar, in the table, it has eyes, what we call just the speed regulation eyes. And what it does, as you push the fabric over that, it senses how fast you're pushing the fabric and it speeds the needle up or slows it down for that. So it absolutely is fantastic. And here at the show, we have Belle Bruner here. Y'all know Belle. She's been on our show. She is doing all the demonstrations, and Jane's going to talk to her this morning as well, and she's going to probably show you a few things on that. Now, the next one you see is the King Quilter 16. I think we are completely sold out of that, Andrew, so we can go to the next one. The 16 is sold out, and we don't have any of those. Now, the next one is the King Quilter 2 Elite. This is the 18-inch. Now, we have two of these here. We have what we call the Standard Edition. We have the Elite Edition. There's the Standard. So let's go back to the Elite. And I'll tell you a little bit. Y'all can see the difference probably just by him changing the pictures. But the biggest thing about the Elite, it has adjustable front handlebars with a big LED light cluster made in the handlebars. And it's extremely adjustable. It has two different ways to adjust the handlebars, up and down and sideways. It has a bigger LED screen on the front. And then on the back, it has the quilt from the rear handlebars on there and another screen that you can adjust your stitch length and things. And what that's for is doing pantographs. So you can actually put pantographs on the back of the machine and trace those pantographs and quilt from the back. So that makes it extremely nice. This one also comes with your choice of 10 or 12 foot frame. And we've got a fantastic Road to California special on us right now. So if you've been in the market for a long arm quilting machine, give us a call right now at 800-401-8151. We have a fantastic special on it and the Standard Edition. Now, the Standard Edition, if you want to put that up, Andrew, the Standard Edition, right there you see it. You can immediately see that it doesn't have the rear handlebars. It doesn't have the adjustable front end bars, and it has a little bit smaller LED on the front. Now, but there's a difference in price. So if you are on a budget and you're looking to get into long arm quilting, this is probably the cheapest way you're ever going to get into quilting is by, especially this size, 18-inch. And you can do it with a 10 or 12-foot frame on this too. And we have a special on both of them. So it all depends on kind of what you're wanting with these two machines. Other than that, the machines are identical as far as the machine itself and the mechanics. We just have different accessories and different handlebar packages that come on. But either one, I would highly recommend to give them a call right now if you're interested. And if you're interested in free motion sit down, we've got a fantastic special on our sit down 18 as well. And all three machines are 18-inch, and they're all identical. And what's great about the sit down too, if you don't have the room for a big frame and you want to do sit down quilting, you can actually say, listen, you have this one, and then years down the road, you have room to make you a studio. You can actually upgrade this machine you're looking at right now with handlebars and actually put it on a frame. So you could eventually upgrade it to a long arm if you ever wanted to do that. So a lot of versatility there. Three great different packages for you today. So get on that phone right now and give us a call at 800-401-8151. And I'll tell you what, we've got this morning on the phones, we got a great crew standing by for your calls. We have Max is in the studio. We have Gary that's in the call center today. We have Kelly. We have Trina. We have Olivia that's there. And we also have Eric in the call center. So all of them in the call center this morning, wait on your phones. And then we also have Nedra and Tori on the phones this morning. So everybody's in the call center this morning, waiting on your calls, and full crew working today. And so if y'all need to make any orders, get on that phone and call them right now at 800-401-8151. All right, so we are going to go to my buddy Jane, because she is going to be with Belle Bruner. There they are. Look at them. Now, Belle, I told y'all, she is the one that has been, demonstrating that sit down. So they're going to tell you a little bit about that sit down. So Jane, take it away.
Okay, thanks, Blaine. Hey, everybody. I am over here with Belle Bruner from Seams Sew Me. We're going to talk about the King Quilter 2 sit down. But first things first, you can see Belle, she's like patiently waiting for us to get to her to do her demo. But I did ask Belle, I'm going to ask her a quick question. I said, Belle, what's your favorite thing about your creativity and what you do in quilting? And this is what she had to say.
It's by far the quilting community. You know, there's so many of you, even when I've been on live shows, that maybe the camera glitches or something happens, and this community here is just so supportive and encouraging, and that doesn't always happen in other industries. So it's by far the community, Jane.
Thank you guys for being here and supporting us today and watching the show. We love being here at Road to California. I'm going to let Belle take this away. I'm going to get my camera set up, and she's going to show you all about the King Quilter 2 sit down, because we all love to sit down. So, Belle, I'm going to give you this. You're going to put some on and watch this, my friend. We're just going to flip this little camera right around. Yes, take off. Okay, here we go. And we're back to Belle. Hello. Yeah.
Well, let me see where the mic is. Oh. Go. Is this it? Is this? Can you hear me? You can hear me now? Just let's try this again. Can you hear me now?
Took us off there. Oh, now I don't know what's going on. Andrew, go back to Jane.
Hey Blaine, their phone is not working. No one took them off. They just disconnected. I think it's the internet. Sorry.
Okay.
They're not showing up.
So I just got told that they got taken off. So Kyle said that they got disconnected. So while Jane tries to reconnect, I apologize, guys. This thing, it's so the internet's not doing too good for us here. It's really bad, and we've tried everything we can do to get the internet better. So bear with us. I think we got them now. Yeah, I think they're good. Thank y'all for your patience, and we're trying to come to you there, but we're struggling.
All right.
Today
Are we
with
back in
internet.
action?
I think it's worse today than it was yesterday. Yeah,
Okay.
we got them now, so y'all go back to Belle.
We're back in action, I think. Hopefully you can hear me now. Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks for your patience, guys. Well, I'm here with the King Quilter 2. This is a sit-down long arm, and I have this in my studio, and it is my favorite for several reasons. You can see the small footprint that it has. So if you look here as far as the width, it's basically 1 yard of fabric. It's 36 inches right here. So this can just roll into your studio space because there's wheels if you want to get the casters and really kind of move this out of the way when you're not using it. You also can add the extension to both sides. So if you look here, they fold down. So if you have this extension up and this extension up, then you've actually got 6 feet, which is really nice. So either way, small, larger, you know, it works really well. You've then got, if you look here, these really handy, this is called a Quilt Vision table, because these sensors will actually sense whenever we're moving our fabric, and you'll actually be able to get really great stitches because it's a stitch regulator in here, right? So you can do manual mode, you can do stitch regulator mode, and I'll show you that here in a second. This table's also adjustable. So with it being adjustable, you actually could do this standing if you wanted to, you know, be able to stand up and not be sitting all the time. So it's adjustable. It's like 29.5 inches to 39.5 inches. And then look at this throat space here. So I used to just kind of fiddle around on my domestic machine, and you don't have a lot of throat space, but with this one, there's 18 inches. So you've got plenty of room for even a king size quilt. Just roll it up, be able to unroll it as you go. And then you've got 8 inches from the top here to the bottom. So plenty of room to be able to quilt any size quilt that you want to quilt. You've also got from right here where I'm setting from my vantage point, you've got 4 inches from here to here. And so from where I'm sitting, you're able to really see what you're doing really well. And this is such a simple machine. You don't get overwhelmed. It's really easy when you look here at the monitor, at the screen here. It's not complicated. You've got your manual mode. You've got your stitch regulator mode here, so you can be in cruise or in precision mode. So that means that as you're moving the fabric, the needle goes up and down. When you stop, it stops. You can adjust your stitch length. You've also got a bobbin alert system. So if you don't want to play bobbin chicken, which I don't like to play, it will tell you when it's getting low, so you can change that out. You've got your needle up and your needle down. You've also got a place here for your tension. So you see your tension dial is here, and rather than looking at numbers on this side of the dial, the readout actually happens on the screen, which is really handy to be able to adjust that. And I'll put it back here in manual mode and show you another handy thing, and that is it has a basting stitch. So you're able to adjust the length that you want of your basting stitch. You also have memory. So some people like to stitch really quickly, and some of us may be a little slower. So you've got the memory here to save that speed for you. You also can start and stop, or you can use your pedal to start and stop. So I'm going to start out here in manual mode. And people have been stopping by all day yesterday and today and just kind of playing with the machine. I'm going to show you here what manual mode is like. So I'm just going to adjust the speed with the pedal. And you can see here, depending on how fast or slow I want to go, I adjust my pedal. And I can speed it up. I'm just going to make some little flowers here. So that's manual mode. And so the stitch length is adjusted by my pedal if I'm letting up or pushing down more. Now, if I go into stitch regulator mode and I go into precision mode here, it will start and stop. You press your pedal all the way down and it only will move when I move the fabric. So I'm going to press my pedal all the way down, and then the sensors I showed you actually know when I'm moving the fabric. And so when I speed up or stop, it stops. So let's make a little flower here. And that way it's called precision because your stitch length is more precise that way. See how that works? So it's really handy whenever you want to have more precise stitches. And it slows up and it speeds down as you do. So there you can see, Jane, the little flowers that way. So that is the King Quilter there. You've got light. So you've got a light here in this area that you can turn on and off. You've got an LED light in the back that you can turn on and off, depending on your preference. But, you know, in my studio, I have this, and I don't have to use an extra lamp or an extra light at all because there's plenty of light here to be able to see that. So I really love this machine. It's not overwhelming. It's very simple. And if you ever need to upgrade, you actually can still use this machine and upgrade to a frame, which S&P has as well.
You like the ability to sit down?
I do. I like to be able to sit down. I also piece standing up. So it's up to you, whichever you prefer to do. But for me, I feel like I have a little bit more control whenever I'm sitting down. Okay, Blaine, back to you to tell them about this machine and the great show price.
All right, so hopefully y'all can hear me. Great job, you know, Belle. That she's always so good, and I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope you can hear it okay, and hope you can see it. I know our internet is not really good here; it's pretty blurry, but we're still going to try to get as much to you as we can, and hopefully you can hear this okay. I know it's kind of hard to watch. I know the smaller your device, the clearer it is. So if you're watching on big TV right now, I'm sure it's a mess. But if you're watching on your phone, it may not be too bad. But it is really, you know, awesome here. I hope that it's coming across what we're showing you because it is just fantastic. And I know Jane is making her way over to see Becky Thompson. And Becky is going to be over there at the stand-up long arm King Quilter. Oh, there went Jane. I just saw her walking by. So she is on her way over there, and we'll get to talk to Becky Thompson. And now Becky has a show every morning. It's called Power Tools with Threads on YouTube. I hope that y'all tune into that and check it out. She's always got a great project going on there. And then also, Becky and Jane are part of the 4 people that would do our Takeover Tuesday. And so I don't know if y'all got to see that yet, but every Tuesday we have what we call Takeover Tuesday. And basically what it is you see there, Jane Klaus, Becky Thompson, Carly Bell, and Joanne Banco, they come in and take over our studios. So they just take them over there, and you're going to see one of them every week. So it's once they're on once a month. So we have 4 different shows every month, and one of those host it, and it is fantastic. If you haven't had a chance to see it yet, it's all going to be educational based, and they all bring something different to the game. That's what's so great. You know, Joanne, you know, does all kinds of different sewing and things. Carly is an applique and embroidery expert. You know, Becky does a number of things too. She is a professional embroiderer. She's a professional quilter. And then Jane is a crafter and can do just about anything with sewing and crafting and makes all kinds of very unique things. So it is just a great show that they have. It brings to you. So y'all make sure it's every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Central. And they always have something great to share. So hopefully y'all will to check them out. All right. So we're going to go back to Jane. and Jane is over there. So I know you're back over close to the long arm booth. You're by the King Quilter long arm, and so tell us a little bit about your experience with Belle and what you thought about the sit down.
I love the sit down. What I really like about this is there's a space with that sit down that you can open up those wings and open up the sides, and also that machine that Belle showed us. I mean, the two modes that she showed us was really super cool. So I'm really excited about that. And that was a sit down King Quilter 2. And we're going to talk to Becky now about the stand up King Quilter. And by the way, Blaine and everybody, I want to tell you that my Takeover Tuesday, just because I know you were just talking about it, is coming up next Tuesday. Like, today is Thursday, so next week, Tuesday, I will be doing my Takeover Tuesday. I'm going to be showing you a really cool way to upcycle a sweatshirt and old t-shirts with a cool style to it. I'm calling it ransom lettering. So right now, Becky is right behind me, so I'm going to get it all turned over to Becky. You can see there, all of her fans are coming over and talking to her, so I had to talk to you a little bit about what we saw. But Blaine, let me get this hooked up, and let me get Becky's sound hooked up, and she'll get you started. Becky's going to talk about the stand-up King Quilter. So we were saying sit down, stand up, fight, fight, fight. So let me get Becky hooked up, and we'll be right back.
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about the stand-up. Now, give y'all a little backstory by the King Quilter. The King Quilter, we came out with it in 2018. And actually, we relaunched it September of 2018. So that thing has been extremely well tested by now. And I'm telling you what, if you want a great quilting machine that is, I call them bulletproof, because, man, there's nothing that really can go wrong with the machine. It is such a rock solid machine. And here's the thing, naturally, there's always going to be, some things that could happen here and there with electronics. But far as mechanical aspect of this machine, you're never going to have any problem with it for years. And we very seldom ever get any calls or any problems with it. It's just such a good machine, and it's a workhorse. And, Becky could probably tell you better than anybody. Becky basically had a different brand quilting machine, and she had all kinds of problems with it. She gave me a call one day and said, Blaine, I'm having a lot of problems. I would like to get a King Quilter. And she's got it, and she loves this thing, and she hadn't had any problems out of it at all. And same for Aubrey. Aubrey's got a King Quilter in her studio, hasn't had any problems. And then Belle, as y'all heard, she's got the sit down in her studio, 0 problems. So that's what you're going to get. And the other thing about that, we're going to give you 100% support. We're going to make sure that you're taken care of. I mean, if we have to do even FaceTime with you to help you out, we're going to do that. All of our people are extremely well versed on long arms, and we sell more long arms than any dealer in the country. And so you're going to have the confidence to know that we're going to be able to help you and get you set up properly. So, all right, I think Jane is ready. So let's go check out.
It's
Jane,
not working. It's not working. Hold on.
Becky.
Oh,
there,
I was playing with my
there's
watch.
Becky.
Hi, Jane. How are you? Oh, you guys, I love this machine. If you've ever watched my videos on power tools with thread on YouTube, you might know that I've had my share of long arms, and this is the most recent one I have, and it is by far my favorite. This is the King Quilter 2 Elite, and we're going to get pretty pictures of the words there, and Jane is very professional. She's got this going on with her gimbal. I love it. I love it. So I am very much a DIYer, and I was sending my quilts out to have them long armed, and it was costing me, I don't know, $200 to $300 every time I went. And I thought, you know what, a long arm is really what I need. And again, if you watch my channel, there's one of my viewers with my bags. I see her, don't turn around. But if you've ever watched my channel, you will know, come here, I want to see your bag. I don't do well without automation. I am not a stitcher by any means. She's one of my viewers. And so I decided I wanted to get a long arm that could handle automation. And so I talked to Blaine at Sewing Machines Plus about the King Quilter 2 Elite, and I absolutely love this machine. This is the 18, and so it can handle designs up to about 12 inches in width, which is pretty much what you need. There are larger designs, but they can be brought down in the software so that they will fit. And it's got a take-up rail, it has an idle rail, and then you've got your front rails to roll up your top if you want to. Oh, wing, wing, wing. I really like this machine because it's not so big. This throat is not so deep that I can't reach behind it and stand in front and touch the on-off button. You don't think of little things like that when you're shopping, but I used to have a 21, and I would have to make sure that wherever I put the frame, I had enough room to get around behind it. I don't have to do that now. I can push this frame all the way up to the wall. Now, I like to work in the front of the machine with the software, and this right now has the Butler automation on it. On the front of this machine, the handlebars have needle up down for pulling up your bobbin thread. Very, very easy to do. You can just, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mess with John's design. Do you think he'll care? No, he shouldn't. So we can just pull up the bobbin thread just like that, so easy. And then we have a simple on the red, we have stop and go. It's that simple to be able to do something. And then your plus and minus buttons over here, those are to increase the speed of the machine if you want, just using the handlebars. I pretty much don't mess with those. But now right here, this is the standard screen that comes with the King Quilter 2 Elite. You can get a larger screen that's a little bit bigger if you need that for your eyes. But this screen right here will do everything that you need. We've got the precision mode, which is perfect if you're doing ruler work, because you want that stitch to be exact when you're moving it. And it does come with a ruler base, so you don't have to buy that as an extra purchase. And then we have got manual mode right up here. And the manual mode you will use if you are wanting the needle to move fast, if you're moving fast, or the needle to move slow, if you're moving slow. And then we have the idle or cruise mode, and that's the one I use most of the time. And then of course you can change your stitches per inch by using the plus and minus buttons. Your menu allows you to change your needle stop position. So right now it's stopping there. It'll stop with needle up. There it'll stop with needle down when it's in the precision mode. And so it's wonderful. You can do everything with this right here on the front of this machine and do everything that you might need. Now, the beauty of this machine also is, what if you are doing a pantograph? So I use edge to edge in the software that I have, but on this machine, if you are a pantographer, that's where you get those big long rolls of designs that just, they're continuous, right? So you can come around to the back of the machine. Now, this is the 8-foot frame. This machine will work on a 8-foot, 5-foot, 8-foot, 10-foot, 12-foot. So you can roll out your pantograph nice and long on the back of the frame. And this machine also has optional handles on the back. With the same screen we have up front, you can get it on the back. And you can start it down here, and you can get that going. And then you can just start here and do your thing and quilt from the back of the machine. And so if you are going to have a business, this is a fantastic machine where you can not only make it pay for itself by doing your own long arming, you can make it pay for itself by doing quilts for others as well. So I absolutely love this. It is so smooth, y'all. It just glides so smooth. I absolutely love it. So also, I wanted to point out to you guys one other thing. Here at Sewing Machines Plus, Jane, if we can turn around, I talked about the Butler that is on this machine. I have a lot of my viewers that they want to long arm, but maybe they want automation, but they don't have the space. So let's talk about this. We've got the Butler Essential right here. Oh, well, but you guys, this Butler Essential, it's got a fantastic show price, and it will fit on that old dream machine that maybe is sitting around and you're not using it and you want to put it on a cutie frame. You can get automation on that, and Sewing Machines Plus is carrying it now, and it's fantastic. So I highly encourage you to come on down, see all the show specials that we've got, and you guys are going to absolutely love it down here. Come see me and let's get a picture. Okay. Oh, Blaine, I'm going to toss it to you. Thanks, Blaine.
Thanks,
Bye,
Becky.
everybody.
All right. So, got to talk to you a little bit about some of the machines that you saw there. Now Becky she was actually stitching on. It wasn't the Elite model. It was actually the standard version of the King Quilter 18-inch, and it was on a 10-foot frame. So that's how you're going to get that version. You see it right there. The King Quilter 2 standard version, that was with the smaller LED on the front, the unadjustable handlebars, and that's what you see. It comes with a choice of a 10 or 12-foot frame. And now we do have options of frames that are smaller. If you don't have room for a 10 or 12 foot, we've got some different frames that are all the way down to 5 feet that we can work with you on if you don't have the space. Again, we have a great call-in special on this today, so make sure you give us a call for this. Now, the next one, I don't know if we're going to get over there to see that or not, but is the King Quilter Elite, and that is the one with the adjustable handlebars. It is the one with the rear handlebars and the little LED screen on the back. That's to do the panograms. And so you can get either version, the standard or the Elite version of this. And we have many choices of frames all the way from 5, 8, 10, and 12 foot, depending on the space that you have in your studio. So, all right, we're going to go back to Jane real quick. So, Jane.
Well, hey, everybody.
It's Aubrey.
Well, hey, everybody. It's me, Aubrey from Butler Robotics here at Road to California. It's so great to be here with Blaine and Jane. And I've got a special surprise for everybody because you never see this with me when we are on our Sew Fest and Quilt Fest and Countdown to Christmas, but you can actually see all of our Butler Robotics all on one table. So we're going to start down here with our Butler Essential and this little 8-inch screen, and we've got our little red box here. This is your robotic system for your home sewing machine. So if you've got a home sewing machine at home that you would like to turn into an automated sewing machine and do automated quilting, you can get our little Essential here. It comes with an 8-inch display, this cute little red box here to be a motor to drive your carriage. You'll need a sewing machine that either has stitch regulation or you'll need to add stitch regulation to it. And you can set up edge-to-edge designs with this little guy. Then we can move over to our long arms. We've got our 8-inch basic model here. We've got our 10-inch deluxe model here in the middle. And on the end here, we've got our 12-inch professional model. So you can decide which one's going to suit you best. They all do edge-to-edge designs and they do block designs. You get preloaded patterns on all of them. You get 160 patterns on the basic, 260 patterns on the deluxe, and 500 patterns on our professional model here. You get lots of features to edit your designs. And when you go up to the deluxe and the professional, you get fun features like built-in channel locks on the display. You can do cropping feature, point-to-points, and all kinds of spoiler goodies that I love so much. Everybody knows that I've got the professional at home on my King Quilter too, and it is just my favorite because I like to have everything that's available to you. So we've got this one here, and I think Jane and I are going to go over to our King Quilter 2 Elite that we've got here in the showroom, and it has a professional on it as well. So here we have our King Quilter Elite, just like I've got at home, and we've got a professional Butler here on the display. You can see that I'm in layout right now, and I've already got something here up on the screen, but we need to start a new layout so that I can show you guys how to put one on your quilting fabric. So I'm just gonna hit this little minus button right here, and we're gonna erase what's on our display. I'm just gonna hit this check mark. And right now, what you see is this big rectangle. That is representing our safe quilting area that we've got here. We actually have this professional Butler and King Quilter on a very long 12-inch frame, or 12 feet frame. But if that's too big for you, you can get it on a smaller frame. You don't have to have this much space at your house. We're gonna go ahead and start a layout by being in layout and hitting our plus sign up here on the right-hand side of our display, and our Butler always tells us what to do. We're going to set the first point of our pattern box. So I'm going to move my machine just a little bit, and we're going to make a square on here, or as close to a square as we can get. I'm going to start here and hit the plus sign on my display. And then I'm just going to slide my machine over a little bit. And I'm going to do what would be the bottom right-hand corner of a square or a rectangle. We'll see how close I get. And I'm going to hit the check mark on my display. And you can see I've got a nice big rectangle available so we can put a pattern in it. We're going to go from layout up the left-hand side of our display to patterns. And when we touch on our patterns, I'm not straight on, we get our whole list of patterns available for us. Because we've got a nice full color touchscreen display, we can kind of go through all of our patterns and find something we like. And remember, this is the professional, so I've got 500 patterns to choose from. But if you don't find something you like, you can purchase designs off of quilt websites and find something you want and import it onto your Butler Robotics system. We're going to pick one of my favorites, this bubble border, and highlight it here in orange, and then touch the check mark here at the top of our display. And it has added one repeat of our cute bubble design here. Everybody knows that I like bubbles and polka dots, so we're going to do that today. Now it fills in the corner here of my pattern layout box, but we need a few more things. After we added our patterns, our robotic system automatically jumps up to edit because it assumes that we have a few things to do to make our pattern just right. So we're going to come over to the right-hand side of our display and touch our repeat function. And when we do that, we get some new items down here at the bottom so that we can work with our design. I'm going to go to my horizontal repeats so I can fill in across my box. I'm going to add a couple of horizontal repeats here. And I don't care that it's gone outside my box here because we're going to work with our sizing as well. But we need to fill in down here as well. So I'm going to go to my vertical repeat and add a couple of vertical repeats as well. So I'm outside my box on the sides, both vertically and horizontally, so it's time to go to our scale feature. And when we hit our scale feature, we get new options to work with our design. I'm going to use my minus button so that I can shrink my design both vertically and horizontally to get all of my cute little bubbles to fit inside that orange box. So you can see as I'm hitting my button, my design is shrinking, and I am inside my box, both on my horizontal and vertical all the way around. The other thing that I'm going to do is you can see I've got a start and stop point on both sides. I'm just going to hit my merge button so that those go away. And now I've got one start point and one stop point. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to stitch out this row. It's going to have me tie off, and then it's going to slide all the way over here and start again. Stitch out this row. It'll have me tie off and come to the next row because I've got 3 rows worth of bubbles here. So I like this, and I think we are ready to go. I'm going to come up here on the side of my screen and hit my home button. And now we are ready to stitch out. Now remember, we have to double check that our needle's engaged. If our needle's not engaged, we're just going to trace our design. And that's okay sometimes if you want to make sure your design fits in the space that you're working with. But we're ready to stitch out. So our needle's engaged. We're going to hit our green go button. And now our Butler Robotics system is going to walk us through the steps we need to get stitching. We always need to read our directions and make sure we're doing everything in order. I also want to double check that my needle is not in my fabric because we don't want to tear our quilt tops after we've worked on them so hard. Our robotic system is going to take over the movement of our machine, and if our needle's down, it doesn't know that. So I'm going to just double check. Down here, my needle is in the up position, so I can go ahead and hit the check mark on my display and get started. So I'm going to hit the check mark, and our directions are going to start changing for us. My robotics is going to think for a second and move to the start point of my design up here. All right, my first set of directions says do a single stitch with your quilting machine. So I'm going to use my up down button and do a single stitch and hit my check mark. Now I'm going to pull up my bobbin thread as directed. So I'm just going to scooch my machine out, tug on my top thread, and grab my bobbin thread. Now I've got both of them here. So I have them both in my hand, and I can hit the check mark on my display and move on to my next direction. I'm going to recenter. And my next direction says cycle the needle to lock my stitches. So I'm going to use my needle up down button on my handlebars again and just cycle my needle. So I've locked this in place. Now, if you're someone who likes to bury your threads, you can skip this step and just leave nice long tails for yourself. I'm going to hit the check mark on my display, and we are going to be ready to go. It says turn the stitching on your long arm, and then your machine is going to start moving after you press the check mark. So I'm going to turn the stitching on here on my handlebars and hit my check mark. And off we go. Our robotic system is stitching out the design that we've got. And we are going to have cutesy, wonderful little bubbles all stitched out to fill in our design. They do. So we already stitched this out once today. So we are going to have a whole little panel of these cute little bubbles, big ones and small ones and everything in between. Like I said, this is my favorite design. I use this often on quilts that I have at home. I don't know if you're bubble people or maybe you're people who like squares or rectangles or something else, but this is definitely something I like to do. So we're going to head back to Blaine, but thank you guys so much for joining me at Road to California. And I think Blaine's got some great specials on Butler Robotics for you guys. See you soon.
All right. You're right, Aubrey. Thanks so much. Great job. And, you know, if y'all seen Aubrey before, she does such a good job with the robotics and explaining that. But right here at the show, we have all 4 different Butler robotic systems. And, you know, we started out, they started showing the essentials. Now, let me explain to you what the Essentials package is. The Essentials is something, it's robotics that you can put on a domestic machine that has stitch regulation. So if you let's say you have an older machine that's been laying around, you're not using, and you want to be able to use it to quilt, you can add stitch regulation to it. You can add the Butler Essentials, and you just need a frame to put it on, and it turns it into a robotic system that you can use your domestic machine you have at home right now. Now, if you want to know how all that works, get on the phone and give us a call at 800-401-8151. We can show you how that, you know, what you're going to need to make all that happen, and you can tell us what machine you have, and that way we can match everything up for you. But it works extremely well. It's a great product. The other product they showed was that we have the 3 different Butler Robotics systems for long arms. Now, we have the one that we're showing right now. I can't see which one. That's the basic. So the one they're showing on the basic right now, we have the basic, we have the deluxe, and we have the professional. So all 3 of those, the differences between them is naturally the screen size that you see on those. They're all going to, basically it's a step up. It goes from an 8, a 10, and a 12-inch screen, I'm sorry. And what makes them also unique is some of the functionality. So there is a difference between, if you did the basic, you're going to upgrade a little bit to the deluxe, you're going to get more built-in designs, and you're going to get some more unlocked features. When you get to the professional, you're getting all the features, you're getting a lot more designs, and it does so many things. It has the channel locks on it, it has the record feature on it, so you could, and what that means, if you want to make straight lines, you can channel lock it, and it'll do exactly straight lines. If you want to record, if you got a friend that does the most incredible feathers you've ever seen in your life, and you want to do have a quilt with that, but your friend's not going to sit there and do that on your quilt, you can get them to come and do one feather, and you record that feature, and then you can digitize that into the software and do it edge to edge on your entire quilt. So it's got so many advantages of having robotics and the things that it basically has built in. And it just turns your quilting machine that you have at home right now into a robotic system. And that's the great thing about the Butler. any machine you have right now, even if you've got a long arm that's something that we don't carry, if it's a gamble, if it's anything else out there, the Butler Robotics, we have them that'll fit it. So if you've got a long arm you're wanting to get into robotics, give us a call. We can tell you which one will work, what's compatible. And if you have a machine at home that you just want to, you're not using, or you just want to turn it into a quilting machine, a domestic machine, and start on a small level, we have the Essentials package that we can actually turn that into a robotic long arm for you. So all those different functions, give us a call. We'd love to talk to you about it and explain which one would be the best for you. You see them right there. Every one of them are quilt show pricing. And John Hawks, the president of Butler, him and I talked. He came up with a very aggressive pricing program for us and the customers for this. So we've got a great price for Road to California for you. So we don't want you to miss out on this. So if you've been interested in robotics, any weight, shape, or form, or you want to buy a King Quilter Day and put the robotics on there, we've got specials on everything you've seen. So, all right, let's come back to me, Andrew, and we're going to locate Jane. So let's bring Jane back in. And
Hey,
I don't know where
Blaine.
she's at.
I know
Where
you
at,
don't know
Jane?
where I'm at. I'm in the middle of the hall walking around, but I'm meeting lots of new friends. It is so jam-packed in here. You can see that everybody is just having such a great time. But I'm walking around, and while you were talking, I met some friends at Pfaff. So I am going to see what they are talking about today and what they're going to show us. And we have 3 people because everybody wants to see you, Blaine, and everybody wants to talk to our friends at SMP Nation. So I'm going to get them all hooked up. I think we're going to talk to Darrell first, but she's going to show us a couple of machines and pass the mic, and everyone's going to get a turn. But they've got some great machines I want to show you. So we're going to be right back, and just give me like 15 seconds.
All right, sounds good. All right, so as you can see, Jane has made her way to another booth. Now, we actually have, let me kind of tell you all the booths that we have here at Road to California. So naturally, I'm in the King Quilter booth at the back of it, which is the biggest booth we have here. It is a very large booth. And then we have Aero Cabinets, which you saw yesterday. We have an Aero Cabinet booth. We got Harley and Valerie here from Aero helping us out. We also had AccuQuilt here, and we have some great educators over there. And you know what's a great, crazy? We have one of our customers that is an AccuQuilt customer that's working the booth. And, she was on yesterday, did a fantastic job. And so we have that booth. But we haven't showed you some of the other booths yet. We have Janome Long Arm booth. We're going to probably make our way over there tomorrow to the Janome Long Arm booth, but we'll show it to you today. We have a So Steady, Westerly Ruler, and Sarah Diddy booth all combined. And y'all remember Deb Donovan? Deb is working that booth for us. She's over there with some of the So Steady people as well. They are all in that booth. Sarah Thomas is the owner of Serendipity. She's teaching classes here at Road to California. She's been hanging around a little bit on her breaks from her classes. So you might get a chance to meet her if you're here at the show. And then we have our Happy Embroidery booth here, another huge booth. And then we have the Pfaff booth. And that's where Jane's at over there right now. So let's go back over to Jane and see who she was going to talk to.
Hi, how are you? We're on. I'm Darrell. I'm here with Pfaff. I'm working for Sewing Machines Plus this year. We're at Road to California. I have the creative icon too you need to look at. We're making a rope basket. Just finished up an embroidery, which will decorate the bottom of the basket. If you're looking for a sewing machine that also embroiders and will sew heavy, my embroidery is finished, so I can let you look at this. Is that beautiful? This is going to be so much fun when it gets done. You can come over and see. So I'm going to say okay to this. We have a touch screen here. You can see the beautiful design on the screen. Now, if I were going to do another one of these, I could just save it. But I know where the design in it's built in with over 800 built-in stitches. But I could also go, or the 800, I think it's 34 designs. So we can come out of here. And then do whatever else we want with this design. customizing it for the next thing. If you look here, look at the lighting on the Creative Icon 2. It's phenomenal. I am a big girl. I have big hands, and look at this. I can come in. I can do anything I need to do without cramping my hands. And as I get older, every year, the lighting and the flexibility of being able to work here is better for me. Now, I don't have to get a screwdriver to change my foot. I can just take it off, and my snap-in feet just snap right on. And I'm ready to sew. Isn't that great?
What's the name of this?
This is the Creative Icon 2. I have some samples here the quilters love. You can come and see more in the booth. So if you're a quilter or if you like to do garments, you'll see that we have lots of options for you. We have lace edge stitches. We have a technique that's called ribbon embroidery. And so you put on an attachment and you can actually sew the ribbon down into an embroidery, which is really a fun new technique. If you want to do your quilting, you can do quilting in the hoop. And because we have the ability to scan our hoop, you can place the designs where you like on your fabric. This is created, this applique right at the embroidery machine with a different decorative edge. I've pieced this piece with floating stitches that are lots and lots of fun. I have another little guy here with a lace edge stitches. You can see the different stitches. And I pieced all this also, these strips, with the floating stitches. Another technique for embroidery is stitching on a water soluble with yarn. So we have lots and lots of techniques, brand new stitches for those who want to decorate their quilts.
Great.
There's a light that will project a grid as well as sewing lines onto your fabric while you're sewing. So if you're one of those people, if you like perfection, Pfaff is your sewing machine for you. Here's another example of floating stitches, the lace edge stitches. We have ribbon stitches. We have so many fun stitches at our Pfaff Creative Icon 2 that I invite you to come back to our booth. We're in the 300 area, the Sewing Machines Plus, and come and talk to us. We would love to have you.
Yeah, I told Marina's going to text.
Say hi, Carly.
Hi, I'm Carla. I'm here with the Pfaff and the Sewing Machines Plus booth, and I'm going to show you our newest passport. It is our little portable machine. So when you've got the big mom and you want to leave her at home, but you want to have machine will travel, then you take this little guy who weighs less than 13 pounds. Easy to carry, but has all the big time features on it. We've got needle down up here on our button pad, little nice white soft buttons. Needle down, we have pattern end, pattern tie off. We have the built-in dual feed. We got that on there, good. We have our built-in dual feed, which Pfaffs are famous for. Even feeding, power of its own, forwards and backwards, just way better than putting a walking foot on. And still, again, the ease of using the machine. Push buttons to get a great variety of stitches. Everything a quilter needs, plus a little pizzazz if you just want to add a little dazzle to your project. And speed control. So if you've got a granddaughter or a young daughter, child, son, whatever, who wants to learn to sew, maybe even your husband needs to patch or repair because you don't mend, you only create. You can use the speed control, slow it way down, and they are able to do their own project on your machine. You can sew together. So like I said, easy to travel with and goes
all the power of a big machine. I've sewn multiple layers of batting and quilter's fabric together with no trouble. Foot up, foot down, and let her sew. Smooth as anything. So, and we can add a little curve to it, come down to the end, and we have our built-in scissors, which we don't want to be without. Foot comes up, we're ready to sew the next seam. And I'm also going to show you our serger. We have this wonderful new top of the line serger. It's right over here in the corner. 5-thread, does all the regular normal serger, 4-thread overlock, 3-thread flat lock, rolled hems, but has the ease of use of threading it with the jet air threaders. So 4, 5, 6 times in one evening, just put your threads on, let her go. Like I said, does everything, chain stitch, cover stitch, take a beautiful spool of dazzle thread, turn it into a piece of jewelry. Easy to do, and electronic, so you push the button, it knows its tensions, but if you don't agree for whatever reason, you still have control to adjust them if you need to. So I'm going to turn it over to Cindy and let Cindy talk to you about our new Memento.
Hi, thanks, Carla. Let's walk over here and take a look at the newest thing in our lineup. I'm going to show you our new Singer Memento cutting machine. Before we get to the machine, let's take a look at this dress. This applique piece was cut in one cut on our machine. It has a 24 by 24 cutting area, and it is the only home sewing and crafting machine on the market that has a space this big right now. So as we move over and look at the machine itself, you'll see that it was resting while I was gone. I actually have it cutting quilt pieces right now, and I'm cutting parallelograms, which are actually half hexagons. And I know you can't see this on camera, but if you look really closely, you can see the cut lines. And what you'll notice is that these are close packed hexagons. So there is no waste when you are cutting. You don't have any extra pieces of fabric, and it cuts them in a 24-inch field. Not sure what happened there with this getting a little less sticky. And it makes a lot of pieces, and it cuts them much more precisely than I can ever manage when I'm doing these odd shaped pieces. In addition to doing fabric, it also cuts a lot of different substrates. So for the quilters, this is actually a quilt template. The design for this was in our My Sewnet library, and because I have a subscription, I could download that and make my own quilting templates. I thought this was really fun, and I didn't have to go purchase something because I already had the template material at home. In addition to paper and then kind of heavy vinyl, I've done a lot of other fabrics. This is actually ultra suede. The pieces were cut on the cutter, and then they were sewn together to form them into the shape of a flower and get them a little flexibility. We can cut on paper. And one of the other things that I really like about our machine is that it has 2 tool positions. So you can load this with a cutting tool on the right-hand side and a writing tool on the left-hand side. And when you're designing something like this little card, it will actually cut and then do the writing all in one pass. So you don't have to reload the paper or restart the machine. One of the other things that I've had some fun cutting is with cork. And on this, I cut the designs and then use the sewing skills to make this into just a little notebook cover that is lined. And when you're communicating with our machine, we can communicate from the touchpad, and there we have 5 built-in shapes. The built-in shapes are all quilting shapes. If you're not doing that, we can communicate electronically using Wi-Fi to connect our tablet or our laptop or desktop computer. So we have a free app that you download from My Sewnet, and that allows you to design things with text or built-in designs, or you can do random drawings on your own if that's your thing. I use the pre-builts because they work so nicely. And we are offering this for sale. We have the basic machine, which comes with this package, which has one 12 by 24 inch cutting mat, both a rotary blade and a basic blade, and one pen. Or we are offering a show special on a bundle, which includes all of these tools to help you get started if you've never been a cutter before. So I think that shows you the highlights of this machine. And now we'll head back to Blaine. We'll head back to Blaine. Let's go find Blaine.
There I am. So thanks, Cindy, and everybody over there. Great job. And I can show it real quickly. Bam. That's all the Pfaff specials. I can't show the prices. But here's the great thing about it. Everything that we have at the show with the Pfaff, including that new Singer Memento, we have show specials on all of them, and great pricing. Andrew's going to just kind of go through their slideshow with all the different ones. Every one that we have is call-in special because we can't show you the prices on air, but it is a great price. Everything is show specials for Road to California in celebration of that. And I tell you what, we've got the Icon 2 over there as well. Just a great machine that is as well. But we have a lot of different machines. If you're interested in any of the Pfaff machines that you're seeing on the screen right now, or just curious about what the prices are, get on that phone, give them a call right now. We have all of our people standing by at the call center to answer your call. And I tell you what, we've got a ton of specials going on today. So if we could come back to me, Andrew, real quick, I want to kind of show everybody. So this is the program guide that we have here at the Road to California. Shows a little bit of the road, has a bunch of the people that are going to be here at the show. On the back, I got to cover the QR code so you can't scan it. But we do have a big giveaway we're doing here. It's on all the TVs. It's on the back of the flyer as well. It has a QR code that you can enter to win if you're here at the show. But it is really cool, all the different things we have in it. I won't be able to show you the pricing in it, but it's got all the different products. So it's a 9-page little catalog. It's pretty cool. So if you are local and you are here at the road and you happen to be watching this right now, stop by our booth and pick up one of these catalogs and get you an event bag. But we're going to give some good things away at the end of the show today too, so y'all stand by. But I'm going to go back to Jane and see where Jane's at right now. So hi, Jane.
Good morning. My name is Matt with Happy Japan Embroidery Machines, here to talk to you. How are you? I'm Matt with Happy Japan. How are you? So I'm here to talk to you a little bit about some of our machines. Got varying sizes at this point, but on display here, we've got a 7-needle, which is going to be our entry-level machine for you. Very capable machine that'll do duplicate designs for patchwork or any type of quilting panels that you want, or as any type of embroidery. That's what they're kind of based around. These were designed originally for commercial and industrial applications, and we stepped back into the home market a little bit. So you've got that quality of an industrial machine that's designed to run for long periods of time in a shop situation that you can take home with you and run for years and years and years, do anything you want to do. As I mentioned, this is a 7-needle machine. This is our first in the lineup. So this machine takes up about a 3-foot by 3-foot footprint. It'll run at 1,000 stitches a minute on average. It's about a little over 100 pounds, figure about 115 pounds or so. So portable in that respect if you decide you want to take it to local craft shows or something like that. Absolutely one of our most portable machines. But it's designed and counterweighted in the back. So there's no restriction underneath at all. You can do large garments or small garments, golf bags, duffel bags, anything like that. And you've got free range of motion underneath, unrestricted. Next one in line, this is the 12-needle. It's going to do exactly the same thing as that one with a couple more color changes if you need that. Capabilities are all the same. Again, unrestricted underneath. Our machines are designed with one of the smallest sewing arms in the industry, so you can get into tight spaces like pockets and sleeves and all of that type of thing. versatile machines, very user-friendly, low maintenance, very self-maintenanceable, and extremely capable. So, yep. There's a couple of different machines in the lineup in between, but this one is kind of featured here. This is our stretch machine, an HCD 31501X or stretch. It gives you a 47-inch sew field. As you can see here, doing a stippling pattern for some quilting designs. Yesterday, we ran some patchwork and some flags and things like that, but this comes all as a package ready to use. So this is a servo motor machine, 15 needles for additional color changes. Again, an industrial quality machine. Extremely user-friendly screen. If you start with a small one and run up to the big one, the interface is exactly the same. So training on one and moving into another is a breeze. So again, small sewing arm, embroidery machine first, but very capable in doing just about everything that you want it to do from a quilting perspective. The whole table and everything comes with it. That again is a 47-inch sew field. It's part of that stretch setup that we have shown here. This one as well runs 1,000 stitches a minute. You can do caps on this thing as well. So you pull this table off and you can run structured caps, Richardson 112s, things of that nature. Pockets, sleeves, baby onesies, quilt designs, Christmas stockings, anything that you can dream up, you can get into this machine and run. Learning curve is super, super easy on this. So like I said, if you start with a small machine and learn that interface, this machine is exactly the same. So there's no difference. It'll probably take you about a week and you can't hurt the machine. So you can go in and poke at these buttons and it's really a setting machine, kind of concept in there, but otherwise it's extremely easy. It's extremely user-friendly. And a touch on the maintenance again, just oiling points. Oil the needle bar, oil the bobbin case underneath, and that's really the extent of it. The bearings and everything are sealed. So very, very versatile machine. Super nice. What's that? All right. How we doing?
Okay, Blaine, we're going to send it back to you.
All right. Well, Jane, she just showed y'all the special machine. That was the one we were talking about. That's the big 15 needle Happy, and it has that 47-inch by almost 17-inch embroidery field. And it was yesterday, it was awesome. We were doing American flag patches on it. And so to think about if you're doing patches, this would be the most awesome machine to do patches on, just because you could sit there and replicate them on and on and on, and you could fill up that whole 47-inch by almost 17-inch frame. You could fill that up with patches in one hooping, and then you start cutting them out. It is incredible. So really excited about that. You see it right there on the screen. That is the 12 needle we're showing on the screen right now. We also have the 7 needle here at the show, and naturally that big 15 needle. But we have several different models of, the Happy machines. We have 2 different versions of the 7 needle. We have a standard edition and a professional edition. There's a difference in the motor size on that. Then we have that 12 needle, and then we have several different models of the 15 needle. So the 15 needle you see on the screen, that's the one you just saw in the show. It has that expanded frame and embroidery field size. And so if you're wanting to do quilting, you're wanting to do patchwork or hats and shirts, this is a fantastic machine to have. And I'm going to tell you, if you're into patches, I would not hesitate to buy this machine, and because it is just fantastic. And Jane is back here with me now. So what did you think about that patch machine, Jane?
You can get a lot of work done on that.
Oh
Pretty
my
cool.
gosh.
Very impressive, I'd say.
It is really, it's so awesome to see it in action, and it's so fast. Embroidery's fast. Yesterday we were doing the American flags.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how many we got, but it was like almost like, I think 24 patches, or maybe it was even more. And
I think it was more.
It was just
a huge,
filled up sheet of patches, and beautiful.
What
It shows.
I love best is that you see the commercial, you see them working commercially, and now it's brought to the consumer.
Right.
And so in my past life, going to embroidery shops, it was always the commercial, and you're like, wow, that's amazing. And then they started coming out with smaller home embroidery machines. But the fact that we can own a level of a commercial machine in your own home and do your own work, start your own business, I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I do too. I think that, you know, Happy's known for their multiple head machines and in industrial, you know, applications and all these big shops. But then, you know, they decided to make the single heads. But what they did is they took that technology of that commercial motors and parts and put them in these domestic machines
exactly.
now. And so now you can have a home-based business with one of these, and you can let that thing run 24 hours a day. I mean, it just,
Yeah, you can.
they're awesome.
It's
And-
been running all day, yesterday and
oh
today.
my gosh, they've been running nonstop. And so, you know, so all three machines that we got, we're here at the show with, are on special, but all the Happy line has incredible specials. And I wanted to tell you that 15 needle that you just saw with that big expanded tables and with that big, huge hoop, we made a mistake on the price, Jane. We made a big mistake on the price, and they allowed us to go ahead and do it because it's printed in the magazine.
So it's a happy mistake.
So it's a very happy for the consumer mistake. Wasn't too happy for me because I had to beg and plead to get our costs better because we would have been giving it away.
And sometimes we don't care about you. We just care about us.
I know.
Okay.
But I'm telling you right
we
now,
care about you, but you know what I mean.
the 15 needle right now is the cheapest price it's ever going to be forever because we'll never be able to do this again because it was a mistake.
Oh.
And we got to get the price back up. It will go back up after this week. It's going to go back up to the regular price that we sell it for. But right now, I am telling y'all, if you're interested in this, you're going to be blown away by the price. Give them a call at the call center right now about any of the Happy machines. And therefore, anything that you've seen on the show today, if you're interested, give them a call at 800-401-8151. We've got all the sales staff standing by to answer your calls. And we're super excited to present all those things with you today. You calling the 800 number?
I am. I'm
so
sorry.
Jane is calling the 800 number right now. Who we got?
Blaine said I need to call right now. Yeah. Well, so there's this machine they were just showing on the show. Oh, so, I'm sorry. Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, hold on one second.
So
they're there.
It's in here. It's in this magazine, the price. But I can't show it to you. If you want that price, you have to call Jane.
Yes.
You have to call them. Because
he's holding away the magazine away from me, so I called.
It was a bad mistake on our part, but Happy is working with us on it, so we've kind of survived through it. But it's a very happy, great mistake for you if you're interested in
there's no
15
such
needle.
thing as a mistake. It's a happy mistake. Blaine's happy about it. You see him laughing?
Well, you know, it happens. You just got to go with it. What are you going to do?
I love that. Exactly.
So, anyway, the main thing I care about is the SMP Nation out there. I want you to make sure that y'all are taken care of, and I want you to get a great deal. And I know that if you can't be here, you're watching right now, that means you couldn't be here today. And
I wish you were here today.
Yes, I want you to be able to
You and I would go
capitalize.
shopping.
Y'all would go shopping?
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to give you a tour, and we want to do the tour. Do y'all want to wait till tomorrow to do that, and we walk around our booths, or do you?
Yeah,
want to do
let's
it
wait
today?
till tomorrow.
Okay, we're going to do that tomorrow. So to expect that tomorrow, we got a couple more booths we're going to go visit tomorrow for you that are in our what we call the SMP Nation here, and we'll walk around all of it to kind of give you the layout of where our SMP Nation is. Now we're not going to go further on into the show.
Just our little
because
footprints.
Because of restrictions.
Yeah.
They do have some restrictions here. We could, we might possibly be able to go show quilts. We'll have to see if we can do that, but we can't go show other booths because of restrictions.
Yeah, and that's okay because I feel like yesterday we hit a couple. Today we hit 3. Tomorrow we have a couple more.
And
but
then
we'll
we'll
be
show
able,
you all 7 tomorrow.
all at the same time. So you saw me in a couple different places today. Tomorrow we'll walk all through.
I'm going to put Jane to work tomorrow. I'm going to make her work. We'll walk around and work for her.
I'm going to wear my walking shoes. Yeah. I did a lot of walking already today. I was all over this place.
Oh my gosh, it's a lot of walking, period. Even just coming to the show, it's a lot of walking.
And it's windy. I do apologize. Sometimes I have this stick that I'm holding with the camera, and it's so crowded here. I get hit by the back of like a backpack or something.
Yeah.
They don't know. They're just like walking through. It's super crowded. A lot of energy in the room. So much fun. Everyone's so wonderful.
Yeah, we've had a ton of the SMP Nation walk up today and say hi to me. While you were over at one of the booths, I've had probably 10 people stop by that's
Oh, yeah?
SMP Nation to say hi, and they say, we want to come meet Jane. I said, well, y'all come back. She'll be over
Maybe
here.
they
in a
were the
while.
ones hitting my camera.
They might have been the ones bumping you.
They're like, hey, stop.
Well, I hope that y'all are enjoying our coverage. I know that it's real grainy and the internet is lagging. Sorry about that. There's nothing we can do about that. We've tried to work through it, and we're even paying for the internet service here in the convention center, and it's just not very
I
good.
feel like it's a little bit better today, and I think it's because it's earlier and the internet's not as tired. So we woke
Maybe.
up, we started earlier. It's still fresh and bright, just like us. It's not worn out yet. Yesterday it was like, all right, it's the end of the day. I need a cup of coffee. Now it's just happy and ready to go.
Well, anyway, so we apologize for that, but bear with us. Thank y'all for joining and hanging in there with us. We're going to be again here tomorrow. Again, we're going to start the broadcast at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Central, and we do want y'all to come on the journey with us. And we're going to give you a little bit more content tomorrow. We'll actually, visit the other booths that we haven't seen yet, but then Jane is going to walk around and just kind of give you a bird's eye view if you're the person walking through the aisles or just around the SMP Nation. We got approval to do that. And we could, it won't hurt if we you get to see
Take a
few,
look to the left or
yeah,
right.
if you get a few booths around us, there's no danger of that, but we just can't go wandering up through the show. But
Maybe we'll do some man on the street too and just talk to random people.
It's
and
a
just
big
put
show.
the microphone in their
I
face.
should have brought my drone
Can
and
we
we could
do
have put
that?
the drone up and just kind of showed them the
And
material.
what I'm curious, it's because we have you guys there watching, and you could type and text in the comments so we know what you're looking for, what you're working on. I think what would be cool, because there's so many people here, is to stop a couple people as I'm walking around just to find out what they're working on, what they're looking on, what are some of their favorite things that they're seeing at the show. And then you could find out the trends.
That's it. Yeah, that would probably be pretty cool.
I love
Well,
it. We are
anyway.
content. We're prepping the show right now together with you.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
if y'all have got any questions right now for Jane or I, go ahead and put them in the chat right now, and Andrew can put them up on the screen for us, and we can, answer any questions that you might have. If you got some questions about the show or anything, we can try to answer those. And we can look to see if, Andrew, if there's anybody asking questions, please put them up on the screen for us, and we'll try to do that. But we are going to give some stuff away, Jane.
Yeah.
And so we got some cool things that we're going to give away today. But I am super excited to be here with you, Jane. And, it's fun to get to do the show together because we're usually, you're in Chicago, I'm in Southern California, and we're doing it via, internet and all the technology. But
Digital.
But today, I mean, like you can.
We're right here.
She can bump me. And so.
I'd be like, thanks, Blaine.
So it's a lot of fun to be with everybody here live. I mean, it's so awesome to hang out with Becky and Belle and
So
Aubrey
great.
and pick their brains. And then, we've got some celebrities we haven't even shown. I mean, Kelly McKenzie will be here tomorrow, and she is a famous quilter, and she's in our Janome booth.
Oh, I've run into some celebrities that you have on your SMP live shows, and also Quilts Fest and Sew Fest, and they're just like walking around, and they've come over to say hi. They're like,
Yep.
I never get to see you, so it's so much fun.
Well,
Everyone's in one space.
y'all probably remember Edita Centauri. She was a judge on Quilt Fest.
Yes.
She's here, came up and said hi to
Where
me.
is she?
She's got a booth here somewhere.
I gotta find her.
So, but Edita's here, and then we got to say hi to her. So it's a great show so far. We're enjoying it. And okay, we got a question, Jane.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yesterday we went over to Arrow. We showed a lot of the cool cabinets, and we ended with the chairs.
Yes.
So let's talk about the chairs, because I know that you love the chairs. If you have one, you need to have two. If you have two, you need to have three. So they want to know what kind of pricing you got.
Well, I can't disclose the price on
Right.
air. Okay, so if y'all can look at the normal price of the chairs, right? What the normal price
Yeah.
is.
Do we have to do math?
So we sell them for $329. Okay, the prices are $329. I'm telling you right now, if you want a chair, the price is way lower than that. Way lower.
Way.
And
Great way to kick off the year.
I had to really work Harley
Is
hard.
that why it was so crabby yesterday?
I think it was. I had to twist Harley's arm pretty hard to get the deals that
He was
we've got.
very focused and serious.
And I'm telling you, he reluctantly agreed to the price for me, but that means that y'all get a fantastic price on this today. So if you're wanting an Aero chair or an Aero cabinet, get on that phone and call them right now. We have some great specials on those. And again, I can't tell you what they are. I can't say it because they're so low.
And that's call all of the
Yes.
things.
Call
800-401-8151.
Everything you see at the show, we're showing you. We got great specials on them. Probably better. Some are better than we've ever had just because of the circumstance. But get on that phone, 800-401-8151. Call them and talk to them and ask them what the Road to California specials are, because we got a ton of great ones.
And we just were with our friend Cindy and looking at the Memento. So tell us about that too.
All right. What's that question?
What's the pricing on the Memento?
Oh, is that what the? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was transitioning into it.
Oh, good job.
Thank you.
All right. So the Memento's the same thing. Normally that price on it is $8.99, and you get the big full package. Then we have another price. It's a little lower than that for just the machine only, but we have both of them on special. So I can't really say what that machine compares to out there. There's a machine that it compares to. It's a lot cheaper than that, and it's a 24-inch cut field. So you can actually cut vinyl, you can cut cork, you can cut balsa wood, you can actually cut fabric on it, and it's a 24-inch cutter. So it is fantastic. They have that sew net that supports it, and they just scratched the surface of over there. Cindy did.
I know. Timeline.
Yeah, I wish we
Yeah.
had more time, but it is a fantastic machine. If you are interested in the Memento, get on the phone right now, give them a call. You're not going to be disappointed in the pricing.
So Blaine, the question is about Caterpillar.
Okay.
Now Caterpillar is here in the house. I saw their booth. I didn't say hi yet, but you have Caterpillar.
Yes. So we do Caterpillar. They're here at the show as well. Hey. And we have people walking by waving at us. Got to wave back, Jane. So they're here at the show. We don't have them in our booths. However, give us a call. If you're interested in Caterpillar stuff, guess what?
You got it.
We will hook you up. So just call 800-401-8151, and we can do the quilt show pricing on anything. So just remember that. What I'm saying is we can do quilt show pricing on
So what are you saying
anything.
again?
Quilt show pricing on anything.
Okay, that's what you're saying. Quilt show pricing on it.
I got to be kind of careful.
You be careful.
I got to be careful what I
Okay.
say.
I don't know what I'm saying.
If you're interested in anything, just call us. I'm telling you, they've got, we're walking around. We got a spy in the building walking around looking at prices. Can I say that?
Wait, you're walking around looking at
No,
prices?
I got a spy walking around checking
Oh.
out the prices in some of the booths and machines.
Well, here's the thing. I also don't think our friend Linda says she has to win the lottery to buy a Butler Robotics or buy anything. I don't really think you need to with the pricing.
It's great pricing. Now, if you're wanting to get into quilting, and I'm going to just be frank with you out there. If you're wanting to get in quilting, you can't get in quilting any cheaper than if you went with a King Quilter and a Butler. Like if you want to do the Robotics with a full frame, we're going to get you in it cheaper than any other brand out there. I'm confident of that because we sell all the brands.
Right.
And
you know them all.
I know them. And that machine, because it's our own brand, we have a lot more room to be able to sell it, price it. And that's why you get better pricing because we own the machine. I mean, it's our machine.
Seems like today's the day, Linda.
It is. Linda, give them a call. I'm telling you.
Just see.
There's always a possibility.
Just check it out. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
You don't have to make a commitment, but you might feel like you want to. Right?
So, yeah. So anything out there you've been interested in, call us because we'll work with you.
Maybe I'll answer the phone. You wouldn't want me to answer the phone. The deals would be like,
we could get them to transfer calls to you, Jane.
I'm like, what are you doing?
All right.
Okay. Can we do some giveaways?
Yeah, let's do some giveaways. What do y'all think? You all ready to do some giveaways out there?
I do.
All right. So the first thing we're going to give away today is a $25 gift card to Sewing Machines Plus. And we're going to give actually 2 of these away today.
Okay.
What do you think about that,
I
Jane?
like it.
All right.
$50.
Andrew,
And you could use them today.
Spin that wheel. No, they won't get them today. Probably.
Well, I was going to say you can use it as soon as.
They have to email them. So,
right.
All right. So here we go. The wheel is spinning.
Jan Mayu.
Jan Mayu is our winner watching today from YouTube. So congratulations, Jan. How to claim that gift card. You want to go to smplive.tv. Scroll down toward the bottom of the page where it says claim my prize. Fill out all that information complete. Hit submit. and they will email you a gift card code that you can put in at the checkout to save you $25 on your purchase. If you happen to be local in Southern California, you can actually go into the store and they can do it there as well. All right, Andrew, spin that wheel again. We're going to give another $25 gift card away. All right, yesterday we gave one. Today's day 2. We're giving
Tomorrow
2.
3.
So think about what we're doing tomorrow.
You're going to give away.
Nancy
10.
Fitzpatrick, watching today from YouTube. How can she
All
claim
right,
the prize?
Nancy, thanks so much for joining us today at Road to California. Just go to smplive.tv, scroll to the bottom of the page, fill out all the information. Most importantly, fill out your email address so they know where to send your gift card to. Congratulations. You have 30 days to claim your prize, by the way.
That is correct. Perfect. All right, so since it is day 2, we're going to give away some sew mats. We're going to give 2 sew mats away.
2 sew mats.
And today, it's any color size you want.
What?
What do you think about that?
I think that's great. I love it because I was so wanting to just say blueberry.
Blueberry.
But now it's any color
Any
you
color.
want.
All right. Y'all ready to do it? Andrew,
Spin the
spin
wheel.
that wheel. Here we go. The wheel is spinning. I see a bunch of names popping up.
I see us watching the names pop up.
Yeah. Look at that. That's our friend Norma Kaufman.
Norma.
She's in San Marcos, California.
Oh, Norma.
And Norma is a longtime customer at S&P. So thank you for being a customer, Norma.
Let me guess, Norma's going to walk to the store to get her gift card.
Oh,
Or no, to
probably.
get her mat.
Probably will.
Get her mat.
So
Yeah.
she's watching today from YouTube. So Norma, you get to pick any color, any size of sew mat you want. And how to claim that prize, go to smplive.tv. Scroll down toward the bottom of that page where it says claim my prize. Fill out all that information complete, hit submit, and then we'll either send it to you or you can just come
Can
and pick
she
it up.
come and pick
She
it
can
up?
come pick it up.
Because she's right there.
She's right there.
I'm curious, though, and I want to know the answer to this one, you know. Because Norma lives so close, I'm guessing that she has a lot of sew mats and in multiple sizes and various colors. So I'm curious, what is the one that she gets? What does she
Yeah, I'm
need?
wondering which one she'll get this time.
I know.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure she has quite a few.
I'm sure she has quite a few of everything.
Exactly. Maybe she'll get a new machine to go along with it.
Yeah, I think Norma was in when we do our live auction. We have an auction yearly. We have one.
I remember it was in July.
Yeah, we do a live auction. Norma was in the audience because we have a studio audience.
Oh, she was in the live audience.
And bidding on things. So
I
she
love
came to
it.
our auction, and so it's a lot of fun. All right. So Norma,
Another
we won
mat.
the first one. Let's do another mat.
Yeah.
So Andrew, spin that wheel. All right, it's counting now. Here we go. Nita Hughes Bice.
Nita Hughes Bice hanging
There's
with
our
us
winner.
on YouTube.
No, is it not? Yeah, it's Nita.
Nita
Nita.
Hughes Bice. She's watching on YouTube. She's having a great time. She's enjoying the show. I already know this, but because she's a winner, and that's why. And Anita, you get to choose the size and color of the sew mat that you want today. All you need to do is go to smplive.tv, scroll to the bottom of the page, fill out all the information so they know where to send it. But most importantly, let us know what size and what color sew mat you want. And
All
I'm
right.
curious what Nita wants too.
Yeah, we did. You gotta make sure you put that in the notes section.
Yeah.
What size and color, so we make sure we get the right one.
That's right.
And Norma, you do the same, even though you might go to the store and pick it up.
Yeah, just so you know.
So we'll know.
You have to, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll
Yeah.
know.
It'll be ready for you.
All right. Next up, we are going to give away some of the Brother P-Touch label makers.
Everybody needs a P-Touch in their life.
We're giving 2 of these away today, so wonder what that means for tomorrow.
3.
You
But-
never know.
You could do 6. Let me ask you this. This P-Touch, are you going to give the extra tape?
I sure am. So
Okay.
I'm going to give $70 or $80 worth of tape away, a bunch of different
Wow.
tape cartridges, sizes, and colors. We're going to give that bundle for you. So, Andrew, spin that wheel for the first winner.
Tomorrow, you could be giving away a lot of things.
You never know what I might give away.
Lisa Giarantana.
Gartana.
Giarantana?
Garantana or something.
Giarantana. Do you know
Garantana?
Lisa?
I know the name because she's been on our show many
Oh,
times.
good.
I think it's
Congratulations,
I think it's
Lisa.
Garantana. Garantana?
Giarantana. I don't know. I
I'm
like
sorry,
the cat.
Lisa. I butcher most names, as y'all know by now. I'm terrible with names. However, I do know the name. She's on it. She's a S&P Nation. So congratulations, Lisa. You just won yourself a P-Touch label maker. It's a Bluetooth to a smartphone, and it will give you a bunch of tape with it. And to claim that prize, just go to smplive.tv, scroll down toward the bottom of the page where it says claim my prize, fill out all that information complete, hit submit, and we'll get that shipped right out to you.
Lisa's very happy.
I would
Thanks,
be too.
Blaine.
All right, let's
One
do
more.
one more, Andrew. Spin
Andrew.
that wheel. I see a bunch of names I recognize coming up.
I know. Hi, guys. Marge Burkheiser watching us on YouTube today. Hey, Marge. You just won that Pete Touch labeler. I love that. And all of the extra tape that's going along with it. So congratulations to you. Thank you for joining us today. Go to smplive.tv. Scroll to the bottom of the page. Fill out all the information so Blaine knows where to send you your P-Touch. By the way, I can't remember my by the way, but I'm so excited for this P-Touch. I lost my train of thought.
Well, you know what's awesome about it? This package is over $200, what you're getting, because it's $70 or $80 worth of tape that we're throwing in. And the P-Touch, it's $130 by itself. So
yeah. And by the way, you have, that's it, 30 days to claim your prize.
30 days.
I know you're watching right now.
Or
So
it's
just
gonna
go to
back in
smplive.tv.
yes, go back in the prize closet if they don't claim their prize.
I know. I love the prize closet.
All right, Samara, you never know what kind of giveaways, but we're kind of a theme here. It was 1, then 2. Tomorrow's day 3. And I may even do something special tomorrow.
I think you should.
I probably will.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, but y'all got to go out
You
and
have to do
try
something
to get
special
all
tomorrow.
your friends and families and people that do sewing, get them to watch tomorrow. Let's get a biggest audience we ever had. Go tell everybody. Come and watch tomorrow. Let's get a huge audience tomorrow, and we're going to give something special away. If we hit a certain number of viewers tomorrow.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
I know you did.
We hit a certain number of viewers tomorrow, I'm going to actually throw in a special prize.
Okay. Do you have are you going to figure out the number now or later?
I've already got the number in my head.
All right.
But I'm not going to tell it to them because I want them to work hard and surpass the number I'm thinking.
All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
just call up your friends and family.
Everybody you know that sews, get them to get on the show tomorrow, and let's make this thing blow up. And we're going to give something special away just for your hard work.
Just
All
for
right?
your hard work and
Yep.
fingers crossed.
There we go.
And I feel like every day the Wi-Fi is getting better.
I hope it got better for y'all out there. I don't know what we're watching. We can't really tell. But what I'd really like for you to do, put in the comments right now if the Wi-Fi was better today than it was yesterday. If you watched, let us know. And hopefully keep our fingers crossed.
It's early morning.
Tomorrow
It's
morning
good.
it'll be just as good.
I think so. I mean, I feel like we're okay right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Jane, it's been awesome today.
Oh,
again.
Blaine, can I go shopping now? He
Yes.
makes me sit here and sit here when I just want to be shopping.
Well, I got to go sell something.
You're
so
gonna sell. I'm gonna shop.
I got to go sell some stuff. But I hope that y'all enjoyed the coverage we're giving you here. Again, if you see anything on the show, all of it is on Quilt Show Special for the Road to California. Get on that phone. Give them a call at 800-401-8151. We got some incredible prices. And then we're going to show you a couple more booths tomorrow that you haven't seen yet.
And then we'll do a walkabout.
And then we'll do the whole walkabout.
It's like
and
a yellow
see it all.
brick road, friends. And when we're walking, I'll scoot down and you can see it. It's like a movie, and I'll show you all the things. We'll talk to some friends.
Here we go. All right. Thank y'all so much
Thanks,
for joining
everybody.
in for our
Have a great
live
day.
coverage here at Road to California. We'll see you in the morning at 10 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Central. Jane and I'll be here then.
And keep sewing.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.